What is going on, beautiful people? It is your girl, Christine Austin, and today I want to talk to you new agents, but I also want to talk to you individuals that are listening to new agents that are calling you super excited, whether it be your family member, your friends, your neighbors, whatever. I want to talk to all of y'all, all right? The other day, an agent called me to talk to one of her clients because the client called to cancel her regular final expense life insurance plan in order to take out an IUL. Now, y'all know I don't have no problems with an IUL. I don't have problems with term policies, whole life. I don't have any problems with any of them. You need to understand there is a purpose, a time for all of these different plans, as well as you need to make sure that the individual that is talking to you is either also working with a specialist to be able to help you with especially a plan like an IUL. And I say that because new agents are so excited. I used to be one, although I think I stay excited. They're so excited and they're just like running out here. They're telling people, oh, cancel your life insurance, take out the cash value that built up in that policy. We're going to start you a new policy. I'm going to be able to get you more money for cheaper, but not really understanding a few key points. One, having somebody cancel their life insurance policy, especially if there's cash value that's already built up in the policy, means that that policy has been active for more than 2 years. And what a lot of people don't understand, that there is a 2-year contestability period with all life insurance companies. What that contestability period means is that if you die, even if you were healthy when you took out the policy and you died in 1 or 2 years, like under that 2-year mark, that insurance company, any insurance company, has the right to go back and look at the application to see if you had lied on any parts of that app. That's a 2-year contestability period, even if you're day one qualified. So cash value normally does not start to build in a policy until 2-3 years, right? So if you are canceling your policy to start a new policy, you're starting over into a 2-year contestability time frame. Now, that's one problem. The second problem is final expense is a benefit. It is a special plan for a special need, which means that it is for your cremation, your burial, for some household bills when the time comes, to help a loved one to travel, to be flown in town, for your viewing, for the memorial, for the flowers, for the cash items, the opening, closing. It's for final expenses, for the things that most of us have no idea what it is until we're either thrown into having to, thrown into having to bury someone, or you're an insurance agent and you finally take the time to learn what all goes into burying an individual, right? People need money right now. Final expense, especially with my carrier, pays out in 24 hours of claim approval. Your IULs, your terms, they're not paying out in 24 to 48 hours. Now, you may have a company, and I'm not going to name some companies because I don't want to get in trouble, but you may have some companies that will pay out within a week. That, most of us, what we end up doing is we have to sign the policy, the life insurance policy, over to the funeral home. And what you don't know is you're giving them 100%. You're giving the funeral home 100% control of all the money. And their job is to spend your money. Okay? Because they believe that whatever the policy is, it's for them. Your loved one did not pay years and years on a life insurance policy for the funeral home to get all of it. Believe me on that. They did not. But that's what happens all the time. That's another video, another conversation. Please stop dropping your life insurance policies just to be starting a new one without understanding the risks. Okay? Now, there may be an opportunity if you're looking at a final expense plan to another final expense plan, right? That's apples to apples, but not an IUL to final expense or term to final expense. Two completely different benefits for two completely different purposes in life. Life insurance is for the living, all right? IULs, you can use that income if it is set up correctly, if you are funding it correctly, meaning you're putting more money into that policy. You're putting more than, it depends on your age, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 a month, right? You're dumping money in so that the cash value can grow, and then with time, it's compounding interest for the money to grow. A lot of people aren't talking about, if you tap into that money, you could risk that policy canceling. Like, there's so many things with an IUL that's not being talked about. All you guys are hearing is, oh, IUL, I'm gonna get rich. I have my own bank. I can, take money out whenever I want. Next year is gonna be $20,000, although I'm paying $50 a month. That is a lie. If you did not put $20,000 in there to start, it's not growing to $20,000 in a year, my guy, my gal. It's not. Okay. So I just wanted to get on here because the example was a 7-year-old female that was going to be spending only $56 a month and was told that she would have $19,000 in the cash value in 3 to 4 years that she could take out and do whatever she wanted with it, and that the policy will keep growing without her ever having to pay that back. We need to make sure that agents learn your product, okay? If you start looking at the illustrations, you really will be able to see how it works, and they are amazing plans. They are. I have 2 of them, all right? So I'm not talking bad about an IUL. Don't get that from this video. What I am saying, though, is let's not allow brand new agents, your family members, your friends that are just getting their license to come at you with all their excitement and get you to cancel what is already in place and tell you to take your money out without getting an illustration, without being able to see the numbers. Have them connect you with their manager so that you can see an illustration. Like, I have a client that had reached out to me, and I said, you know what? I have the IULs. Let me connect you with the specialist. Let me connect you with the individuals that have been doing this for many, many years and understand the parameters and all that good stuff. My car is just moving from all these people just walking in the street. Thank you, Tesla. Thank you for taking care of me. Anyway, let's just be careful. Let's be careful. I know we all want extra money whenever we retire. I know a lot of us have not planned when we were young because we were not told, we were not taught. Now we're in our 50s trying to make up for it. Some of us can, but it's going to cost more than $50 a month. All right? So, questions, comments, put them down below. DM me, email me, text me, 412-609-6264. I am Christine Austin, the final expense specialist. I've been telling y'all this since 2011. That is not going to change. I have learned a lot about a lot of different carriers, and I thank God for that. But final expense, everybody needs to have a final expense plan, period, because we are all going to die. And everybody needs money immediately. All right? And that's what final expense is good for. So hit me up if you need a free quote. If you need a free policy review, I am ready and available to help you with that for sure. And if you need to see if you have any gaps in your insurance, meaning that you need a little extra, give me a call. And if you don't have any life insurance at all, call me. 412-609-6264. All right. Now it is Friday. Go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day. If it is any other day, go and enjoy that day too. All right. If you need me, you know how to find me. Peace.